How's everyone doing? Today I'll be doing another random Blu-ray shelf. This will be random Blu-ray shelf number 2 in my new place. And I just put the Blu-rays onto the shelf in no particular order. So it'll be kind of interesting to see which movies are right next to each other. And you guys seem to like this, so I like the positive feedback I've got from my previous random Blu-ray shelf, so I figured I'll go ahead and do some more of them. And I'll just go ahead and show you real quick the setup. I still have to get, there's the 3 right there, I still have to get at least 1 more right there. I might have to get a 5th bookcase right there, and I do plan to get 2 extra shelves for each bookcase, because I do have all the ones right there stacked on the floor. And then I have some ones stacked over here as well. And there's some Criterions over there. And there's some in the closet. And there's a Robin Williams who just passed away, may he rest in peace. There's a Robin Williams movie that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about, and I loved it growing up. It's called Toys. And a really enjoyable one with Joan Cusack, and I believe LL Cool J, and a few other recognizable faces are in there as well. But yeah, I've got all those over there. And then these ones are actually the ones that I'm going to sell. Right there. So I'm going to do a for sale video coming up soon, and I have to get my other drawers in here. Those are some ones I have to review coming up soon. And I do have some movies in here as well in this closet. So there you go. But let's go ahead and do random Blu-ray shelf number 2 in the new place. And again, let me know if you've seen any of these movies and what you think of them as well. There was the shelf I did already last time, but here's the second one. First up is To Live and Die in L.A., one of my personal all-time favorites, a William Friedkin film, and just a fantastic 80s cop thriller with William Peterson and Willem Dafoe as the nihilistic counterfeiter. And there's just a fantastic car chase scene in here as well. It's just a really gritty, great film that I would highly recommend. Absolutely love that one. Touchback, which is a newer film. It's a kind of a inspirational sports family drama, and I really enjoy it. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I know there was an issue with the release and it got pushed back, but I did a review for this one. It's not one of my best reviews. I did a lot of editing cuts in it, but if you get a chance and you like inspirational family sports movies, I would definitely recommend it. It has Kurt Russell. There's a couple cameos from other people in here as well, and it has a few recognizable faces in here. Christine Lahiti's in here, Brian Presley, a few other recognizable people, but I really enjoyed that one. This is a Twilight Time release right here, which those ones are always overpriced in my opinion. A lot of times they don't have special features, but it's the only way to get the Blu-ray, and I hopped on this one. It's Mysterious Island. I used to watch this all the time as a kid. Great fantasy movie, you know, giant animals and bugs and stuff like that. So yeah. Overpriced, but I had to get it. And I know they'll be re-releasing some movies. I heard they were going to re-release Christine and Fright Night coming up next year, 2015, early to mid. So I'm kind of glad that I held off on getting them, especially since I've seen people spend ridiculous amounts of money on those Fright Night Blu-rays. But hopefully it'll be coming out with some special features too. That'd be nice. Time Bandits from Terry Gilliam. Crazy fantasy movie. I haven't seen that one in a while. Copland, which I absolutely love. Great cast. Great cop thriller again. And I know there's a steelbook for this in the UK. I'm tempted to get it, but I just want to check the special features before I do. But really love this film. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I feel like it's underrated. But great cast. They all play their part very well. Step Brothers is a movie that I personally cannot stand. But I know people love it. I know girls love it, especially like if I have a girl over, they always want to watch Step Brothers. So I just keep it essentially for that because the girls like it. So Magnolia. Again, this one is one of those ones that I think is a love it or hate it movie. I hear a lot of reactions both ways. I really enjoyed the film. Again, I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, and I think he was excellent in here as well. And I think he gets a bad rap because of his whole Scientology thing. There's so many directors and actors who've done despicable things, illegal things, and they somehow get a pass. But anyways, this is a P.T. Anderson film, fantastic director, and absolutely love that film. Almost Famous, the bootleg cut, is a Best Buy exclusive. Really nice slipcover, great soundtrack, great film all the way around. Trying to remember what the name of the band was in here. I can't recall right now, but Cameron Crowe, I definitely enjoy a lot of his work. Rules of Attraction, Fantastic film in my opinion. And my number one celebrity crush, Shannon Sossamon, even though she named her kid, I think, Radio Science, which is like one of the worst names ever. It's crazy. But this is one that is just a personal favorite of mine. It's dark, it's crazy, it's wild, and I enjoy it. I love the one montage where the guy's talking about his trip and everything that happens in his trip. I really enjoy that. And again, Shannon Sossamon. Oh, so stunning. So stunning. Sorry for the glare right there. Dude, Where's My Car? A funny, cheesy movie. Seann William Scott is actually really funny, and Ashton Kutcher too. Ashton Kutcher, he always gets a bad rep, but I really liked his portrayal of Kelso in that '70s show. He was spot on in that. And also, Butterfly Effect he was awesome in there, and he was funny in here too. Away We Go, really enjoyed this one. John Krasinski and Maya Rudolph, kind of an adult romantic comedy movie. They're getting ready to have a child, and they're going around all over the place to visit their friends and family to see where they want to settle down. And it's towards the end I got a little bit choked up. It's a really good emotional movie, a lot of emotional honesty in there, and I would really recommend that one too. Old Dogs, which I haven't seen yet. Again, Robin Williams, may he rest in peace. Field of Dreams, one of my all-time favorite films. This movie still gives me goosebumps in certain scenes. Probably one of my all-time favorite movies. Probably top 20 for me. Into the White, again, I love movies that have a snowy setting. This is during World War II right here, and it's a German crew and an English crew right here. I think it's just 2 Englishmen and I think 3 German, and they both crashed down in Norway, and they're just trying to survive, and there's a lot of tensions obviously, and it's inspired by a true story. So and also has the guy from Harry Potter on there, right there, Rupert Grint, who was actually excellent. But this movie actually really surprised me. I really enjoyed it. I like war movies in general, but I didn't know about this story, and I thought it was just a really good take on it as well. Being Michael Madsen, which I haven't seen yet. Gotta check that one out. I Saw the Devil, which I hear a lot of people consider this a horror movie. I don't consider it a horror movie at all. It's a crime thriller. I don't know. I just don't see any horror element to it, but I love the film. Fantastic film. And I know there's a steelbook out for this as well. Again, I want to check a lot of these ones where I want to get the special features for. This is one of those movies that I would definitely want the special features, and yeah, I gotta see what special features there are. There's not too many on here, behind the scenes and deleted scenes, but I like having them, and a lot of times if the steelbook doesn't have it, it's kind of a turn off for me. My one issue with this movie is the catch and release aspect. I mean, that's the one thing where I think it's flawed, but everything else about it is just fantastic. Slumdog Millionaire from Danny Boyle. Not my favorite Danny Boyle film, and this did win a lot of Oscars. I think Best Director, Best Picture, whole bunch of stuff. Not my favorite Danny Boyle film, but I think the actors in here, especially the young children, don't get as much credit as they deserve. I thought it was pretty good from that aspect. Happy Feet 2, which I need to revisit this because this one might be one that I want to sell. I remember being a fun kids movie, but you know, some good songs and stuff in there, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't have any kids yet, and that might be years away, so. Gattaca, fantastic sci-fi movie, great cast, Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke when they were still together, Jude Law. Gross Anatomy, this is one I remember watching when I was younger. Great cast from back then, Matthew Modine, Daphne Zuniga, and Christine Lahiti. And next up is The White Ribbon from Sony Pictures Classics, and this is directed by Michael Haneke, who's become one of my favorite directors. He directed both the original and remake for Funny Games, Caché, Piano Teacher, Amour, and The White Ribbon right here, which is probably one of the better modern black and white films. Just a fantastic film all the way around. Right there. Mel Gibson and Get the Gringo, which I think was pretty overlooked and underrated. One of his newer ones that he did after he kind of went crazy. But I thought it was actually a really enjoyable film where he was put in prison and he's trying to get his way out. And it's just crazy. It's over the top in some aspects, but I enjoyed it though. And Apocalypto, which they have right there on the front, is fantastic too. Really nice slipcover. And yeah, I was trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one part in here where it's a Mexican prison, but the prison is called El Pueblito, and it's basically run by like this gang king guy. And he's just trying to get out of there, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of like a little town, the prison, but it's all kind of corruption, and I thought it was a really good film, though. Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tim McGuire, Carey Mulligan, who is absolutely stunning. Carey Mulligan, oh, mwah. And Joel Edgerton. who I really enjoy Joel Edgerton as an actor. Tobey Maguire, I'm not a big fan of his, but I like him in some stuff. And Leonardo DiCaprio, who, again, I think he's a fantastic actor. He deserves several Oscars, in my opinion. And it's still shocking to me that he doesn't have an Oscar. I want to know whose wife he banged at the Academy that he got so, screwed over the years. But there you go. This movie I thought was decent. I remember watching the Robert Redford adaptation of The Great Gatsby when I was younger. This one was a lot of flash. I think it could have been a little bit better, but overall still enjoyable. I heard a lot of people complain about the music. Personally, I liked the Hove, get some Jay-Z in there. Rock, baby. If I could get both hands in there, I would do it. Right there, you can't really see it, but it's supposed to be The Rock. But overall, it was an entertaining film, and it was definitely visually stunning. Steven Seagal, Marked for Death. Classic Steven Seagal right there. Gone Baby Gone, which I believe was the directorial debut from Ben Affleck, which I thought was excellent. And I really enjoy him as a director. He's come a long way as an actor as well. And yeah, I thought this was a really good drama too. Land of the Lost, which I haven't seen yet, with Will Ferrell. So I've heard some mixed things on that, but I got it at Blockbuster for $1 when it was closing out. So Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, all just incredibly fantastic martial arts film, visually stunning, just love it. Dead Man with Johnny Depp from Jim Jarmusch, who is an excellent director, one of my favorites, and I think this is probably my favorite Johnny Depp film, and it might be my favorite Jim Jarmusch film as well. Just an absolutely surreal film, and it's a black and white film. Again, probably one of my favorite modern black and white films. It's definitely up there, and it's a personal favorite of mine. And right there, actually, Los Angeles Times says Jim Jarmusch's best movie. I might agree with that. And Johnny Depp plays this character, William Blake, who gets confused with the poet, and it's just such a stunning and moving movie, in my opinion. And I really love the theme song for the movie from Neil Young as well. I really enjoy it. Again, very surreal. Highly recommend that one. And I believe you can get it for pretty inexpensive because it is a Echo Bridge Entertainment release. UFC, which is the best of 2008, which I was able to get signed by Brock Lesnar. A beast right there. But I like UFC, and I was able to get this one signed up as well. I was signed up by Brock Lesnar, and I think I can't remember who the second signature is now. I gotta double check on that one. It's been a long time now. That's gonna bother me now. Is it Alves? It might be Thiago Alves. I'll have to double check on that one. Yeah, Making History UFC 100. Princess Bride, which I was so excited for this. I was able to get this from somebody else who, this blows my mind. I guess, not so many people are into collecting like I am, or a lot of you guys on here are. But The Princess Bride, signed by Cary Elwes, and this is the 25th anniversary edition. He did this for a radio interview that he was doing. He was promoting it, and I guess whoever won the contest for that decided to sell it, and I was lucky enough to get it. So very happy with that. Right there. I remember watching this movie all the time as a kid and love it. The Hangover, which I was able to get this signed up in person by what's the guy's, Brian Callen, I believe his name is. Yeah, I saw him in at my local comedy club, and I can't remember if he's not going to be probably top billed on here on the back, but yeah, I believe it's Brian Callen is his name. He was on Mad TV. He was the wedding guy there, the guy that married them. But yeah, he took up the whole thing. I was hoping to meet some of these other guys that sometimes come around to comedy clubs and stuff like that and see if they could sign it too, but since he took up the whole Blu-ray cover, I don't know if they'll be able to get on there too, but it says, thank you for watching. And watching, he wrote so big that it had to be, one right after the other with the rest of the word right there, the continuation. There's his autograph. But still pretty cool, and he was really funny. Prometheus, the 4-disc collector's edition right there. Fantastic sci-fi film, and I know a lot of people complain about it. I think they're just expecting aliens, the xenomorphs jumping around, and it wasn't that. It was this whole world, and I can't wait for more in this series. Ridley Scott, fantastic mind, and I thought it was just, you can't deny it was visually stunning as well, and I just thought it was really just an amazing experience. If you had a chance to watch this in theaters, I think it's definitely something that you'll remember. Definitely one worth checking out in theaters. Ninja 3, The Domination, just crazy over the top. This is another one of the ones from Scream Factory, right there. 36 Chamber of Shaolin, great martial arts film from Dragon Dynasty. picture quality could have been a little bit better on there from what I remember. Rachel Getting Married with Anne Hathaway, and I thought this was pretty decent. It's been a while since I've seen it. I gotta revisit that one. It's a Sony Classics release. One of my friends actually on here sent this to me, so that was pretty cool. And Waltz with Bashir, which is, I thought was fantastic, a animated war drama, and it was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film. I don't know, I thought it was excellent. I think it could have easily won, but very enjoyable. Neil Jordan's Mona Lisa with Bob Hoskins and Michael Caine. Bob Hoskins, may he rest in peace. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Melancholia from Lars von Trier. Again, another very surreal film. And I'm sorry about the glare. I gotta get curtains going on in here. Right there. There's the bed, and yeah, I gotta get the curtains going. And I got the lights up there, which the track lighting. I gotta put my special editions up at the top, and I gotta get the hooks, the wall mount hooks. Because some of these are a little moving forward, getting a little like they might topple over. But yeah, trying to get it so the glare isn't coming in. But Melancholia, a very surreal film. I thought it was visually stunning. It's dreary stunning though. But I really enjoyed it. The Heineken Kidnapping with Rutger Hauer, which I haven't seen yet. Got to check that one out. Contact. I love anything dealing with aliens and things like that. You know what? I didn't love Jodie Foster in this role as far as her acting. Some of it just seemed a little stilted and just didn't feel natural, some of it. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And great sci-fi film that deals with, you know, aliens and contacting them, and it's some touching moments towards the end as well, and crazy Jake Busey in here too. Mean Girls, which I don't care. I love this movie. I thought it was very entertaining, and old school Lindsay Lohan right there. Lindsay Lohan, I know she's crazy, but she could still get it. She's got that crazy going on. I like it. And Will Ferrell and Semi-Pro, this is the 2-disc unrated edition. I've seen this on TV. I don't know how different the 2-disc unrated edition will be. I thought it was okay. So I'm going to watch the unrated edition. Maybe it's a little bit better that way. And if not, I might sell that one. Unthinkable. I thought this was excellent. And Samuel L. Jackson plays basically a terrorist interrogator. And Michael Sheen plays the terrorist, and Carrie-Anne Moss. And this is just very gripping and thrilling. Really enjoyed it. There Will Be Blood, which has become one of my all-time favorite movies now. Just a stunning, another P.T. Anderson film. Danny Day-Lewis, just one of the best actors of our time by far. Again, just dark and a great, one of the better recent American films. Shutter Island. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I did a video talking about this forever ago, where I predicted the twist to this one from the trailer. I did the same thing for Oblivion and a couple other movies where I just thought, you know, I knew there was going to be a twist. And again, even though I was able to figure out that twist, I ended up really enjoying the film. It was a great journey and a great psychological film, psychological thriller. The big thing about this movie that made me really appreciate was the ending. You know, they revealed the twist, but then I think at the end he knew and he just went ahead with it, and because he didn't want to keep going through it. And that's what I took away from that ending, and I really appreciated that. And overall, great performances. And, you know, I want to see more Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio team-ups. They do really well together, for the most part. Wyatt Earp, again, one of my favorite westerns. Kevin Costner, Dennis Quaid, the whole cast is stacked in here. Fantastic film. Leatherheads, I thought this was actually a pretty entertaining film, going back to the early days of football, and a great cast. I like John Krasinski a lot. He's just a very likable, seems like a down-to-earth, every man kind of guy. George Clooney, of course. The Runaways, which I still haven't seen. I've heard good things, though. Snow White and the Huntsman, very visually stunning movie. I feel like I should rewatch this one because I didn't personally love it. But visually, it can't be denied for its visual presence. But I do want to rewatch that one. The next few I haven't seen. The Wrath of Vedra? Vajayjay? I don't know. Saving General Yang. These are all... no, this one isn't, but those two before and this next one coming up are Well Go USA titles. This one I think is a Funimation one. This is Anime Classics Gungrave, the complete series. So I should take this off the shelf because I want to separate all the TV shows. So I will do that now. I haven't seen it. The King of the Streets. Haven't seen it. Risky Business, classic Tom Cruise right there. Passion of the Christ. Very controversial film from Mel Gibson. This is the definitive edition. I wish it would have focused on more than just that one aspect of Jesus' life, but There you go. In time. You know, I got this for a couple bucks. I think it was like either $3.99. I think it was $3.99 during the recent Fox. What is that Fox website that they have? Fox Connect. During the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all those kind of sales. So $3.99 for it. I couldn't pass that up. Nice shiny slipcover. And it is very flawed, but I love sci-fi films. There's a lot of flaws that I have with this movie and issues I have with it, but overall it was enough for me to decide to keep it in the collection because, again, I like the sci-fi elements to it, the action elements. I like a lot of the people involved in here, Cillian Murphy. I like Justin Timberlake as an actor, and he's very funny too on SNL, and Amanda Seyfried is gorgeous, so I'm going to keep it in there. Castaway, absolutely love it. Very introspective drama with Tom Hanks, and kind of touching and sad towards the end as well. A lot of emotional very emotional moments in that movie. Tongue twister. And Faster with The Rock, who I think is a really good, and Billy Bob Thornton too. I think The Rock is a really good action film star, and I can't wait to see more from him in the future. I haven't seen Faster though, but I've enjoyed a lot of the things I've seen him in here. Now, Youth in Revolt, I thought I was going to hate this movie. This is another one I got at Blockbuster when they were going out for like $1. And it has Michael Cera, who's played that same kind of character in most of the movies that he's in, as Justin Long, Ray Liotta, Zach Galifianakis, and a whole bunch of other people in here. But at first I thought I was going to hate it. And again, it was just a blind buy because it was only $1. And I figured, why not? But I ended up really enjoying it. It was way better than I was expecting. He's trying to win over this girl, and he plays this persona of a bad guy. And there's some film references that I enjoyed in here as well. Some Godard. He's picking up a couple films, older films in the movie, and you could tell that the people that made this movie, though it's kind of a quirky new age rom-com, that they do appreciate cinema, and they showed that in there, so I liked it. And it was quirky fun. I liked it, and which I already said. I'm overtired, sorry. We need to talk about Kevin, which I remember really enjoying, but I do want to visit this one again because I was kind of tired when I did watch it, but I thought it was very moving and kind of fits for the times of society these days. And this is an oscilloscope release, and it does have a, I believe, another release where it has like a kind of like a digipack design. Again, I got this one at Blockbuster, so, and it was inexpensive. I think it might have been like $2 or $3. I think I got that one before the actual closing one. But there you go. Sorry for rambling and all that, but I am overtired. I've been back and forth trying to get stuff over here and working, and yeah. So there you go. There's Random Blu-ray Shelf number 2 in the new place. And again, let me know if you want to see more of these random Blu-ray shelves because they're all mixed in there. I do have some stuff like this whole shelf bookcase right here. All these ones right here are horror DVDs, and there's actually horror DVDs right over there too. Them, if you like the movie Strangers, check out them. So much superior in my opinion. It's a French film that I think basically inspired the movie The Strangers. There's some of my digibooks and some of the steelbooks down below, and yeah, I didn't realize how many horror DVDs I still have, so this whole bookcase is going to be horror DVDs. I'm going to have to move the steelbooks and digibooks somewhere else because I want everything to be uniform with my horror. And then here's my horror Blu-rays right here, which most of these are actually, this is the only thing that I've organized so far is alphabetically, is the horror Blu-rays right now, which I got to fit in because these are tight. I got to make a whole nother thing. There's some of my Arrow Blu-rays down there as well, and there's some Disney titles and DVD steelbooks and other different things going on down there. Here's some bootleg DVDs that I've had that don't have DVD releases. They had only VHS releases. So although Tix does now, I got that years ago. So I got rid of my Tix and my other ones that I've already upgraded. But yeah, there's certain ones like Ghost Town and all kinds of different ones down here. And here's just some other stuff down there too. So the only thing I actually have organized right now are the horror Blu-rays, even though I got to fit in my all-time favorite movies right there. And probably my second favorite slasher of all time, House and Sorority Row, which I'm going to keep the DVDs for those ones because I have 2 different DVDs for right there. And yeah, a lot of times when I upgrade, I get rid of the DVD, but if it's like really a favorite film of mine, I'll keep the DVD as well. But yeah, there's just some random stuff right there. This is going to be turning into kind of a pseudo mini room tour as well. Just showing you some of the stuff right there. Can't wait for the Wonder Years complete series to finally come out on DVD. That was one of the only legitimate releases right there. It was probably the most expensive DVD or Blu-ray that I ever purchased. Singly, anyways. But yeah, I have random stuff a little bit everywhere. So, close to getting everything organized though. But I definitely need 2 more bookcases. So there you go. There's the random Blu-ray shelf. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think if you've seen the movies and what you think of them. And let me know if you want to see more random Blu-ray shelf videos and what other kind of videos you do want to see from me. Let me know. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.